If you've been looking for a COVID test, they've been hard to find over the past few weeks, the over the counter ones, or if you go to get a COVID test at like a doctor's office or like a First Med, like an emergency medical place, or even like the mobile stations that have been set up, we're looking at hours long lines. Hours. If they even have any COVID tests left available for you after they give them out. So COVID tests have been hard to come by. Well, I can tell you this, being that the Omicron variant has been running amok, pretty much even people who've been avoiding it for 2 years now have suddenly gotten it thanks to this much easier to spread Omicron variant of COVID. I can tell you that COVID tests are now easily available. They're going to be easily available for you, and you can go sign up for them right now. That's right. You can sign up for an order of 4 free COVID tests, courtesy of the United States Postal Service. Basically, what you need to do is just go to special.usps.com/test kits. I believe there's another, I think it's also, yes, usps.com/COVID test. That's the easier one. usps.com/COVID tests. And basically, you can just sign up for a free at-home COVID test. These are the rapid antigen tests. You get 4 of them. You get one order of 4 free tests. Just put in your name, first, last name, your email, so you get shipping notifications. Put in your address, and then you go over here to the checkout now area, and it's free. And you click that. Just click the confirmation page. You get a confirmation page. That's it. So definitely do that if you are looking for tests. They say it'll take 7 to 12 days for delivery. So by late January, you should get a COVID test. There have been some issues reported, though, for people who are trying to sign up on this USPS site. Basically, some people who live in apartment buildings have been trouble signing up because apparently, if the USPS doesn't realize your building is an apartment building, because only one residence can get one order of 4, they tell you you've already gotten it. So obviously, for big buildings, it's probably not a problem because you're probably registered with the USPS as probably 100, 200 different units in an apartment building. But people who are in 4-family residences, smaller type apartment buildings with just 2, 3, 4 units, multifamily homes, they're coming across issues getting a test if someone in their building already ordered a test. Hopefully the USPS fixes that. Also, I've heard that people who live in a residential section in a commercial building, I guess if you live above a restaurant or above a place of business, if the USPS views your building as a commercial building, you'll get a warning saying, sorry, this program is only for residential addresses. Hopefully they fix that too, because obviously you are living in a residential unit that the USPS for some reason just has as a commercial building. Hopefully they get that shit fixed soon, because especially in places like New York City, that's a lot of people live in, multi-family dwellings and above commercial buildings. But this program came together thanks to the White House, the Biden administration, wanting to try to, a little bit late, but still, I guess better late than never, deal with this raging Omicron variant that's literally seen us skyrocket when it comes to cases. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to have affected quite yet the death toll, but the death toll hasn't really gone down either. It still maintains at that 1,600 to 2,000, 1,600 to 2,000 deaths per day in the U.S. last time I checked, which was just a day or two ago. Not good at all. But what I want to say here is that I think there's another lesson we can take out of this, because just last month, the White House press secretary Jen Psaki, sort of mocked this idea. Not even sort of, straight up really mocked this idea. Let's take a look at that clip from early December.
Look at what we've done over the course of time. We've quadrupled the size of our testing plan. We've cut the cost significantly over the past few months. And this effort to push to ensure insurers you're able to get your tests refunded means 150 million Americans will be able to get free tests.
Complicated though. Why not just make them free and give them out and have them available everywhere?
Should we just send one to every American?
Maybe.
Then what happens if every American has one test? How much does that cost, and then what happens after that?
All I know is that other countries seem to be making them available in greater quantities for less money.
Well, I think we share the same objective, which is to make them less expensive and more accessible, right? Every country is going to do that differently. And I was just noting that, again, our tests go through the FDA approval process. That's not the same.
All right. Yeah. She mockingly, sort of sarcastically, brought up the notion of, well, should we send a free test to every American? Well, the criticism, the critique, the lashing that she and really the entire administration received after this, even from usual people online who defend the Democrats at every turn, even they sort of pointed out what a terrible response this was, and now they're doing exactly that. They've worked out a deal with the United States Postal Service to send out up to 500 million free COVID tests, 4 tests to every household. That signs up for it. I mean, folks, I know we don't always feel like, our government, our elected officials, our representatives, politicians are responsive to us. But I think this is one instance that shows that, hell, sometimes we can actually get what we want if we bully these people mercifully, I should say, I guess. Mercilessly? That's the word I'm looking for. Online. Just continue to brutalize these people online. Obviously, when I say, I mean critique, criticize, mock, make fun of, knock your elected officials at every turn. Because, hell, you never know when you could bully one to actually do what you want. The free COVID tests are a perfect example.